Well, hey there. This is Zobovor, not Zobovor, and welcome to Zob's Projects. This is a series in which I ramble about ridiculous things that interest me, and you're all along for the ride. Since this is kind of a new thing, let me kind of explain what we're doing here. This is the first in a series of what will hopefully be weekly videos about just some of the things that I love. And let me tell you a little bit about me. I collect toys. I've been a Transformers fan for a long time. I'm also into other media, Star Wars, mostly the original Star Wars, not so much the new Disney stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I quite like. Again, more like the original series, not so much the new stuff. I feel like they deliberately make each new series worse than the last one, if that's possible. I feel like they do it on purpose. I don't know. And there's some other stuff, but those are the big three. And I've been collecting toys for a very long time. I am not bragging, I'm just trying to establish a baseline. Approximately 10 years ago, when I actually counted how many collectibles I had, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,600. So there's a lot. Yes, I am at the point where sometimes I'll buy something and I'll realize, oh, I already own that, because it's when I go to put it away, it's sitting right there looking at me. So yeah, that's a thing that happens sometimes. My memory is not infallible, unfortunately. So one of the things that I really like to do is, if there's a TV series or a movie or something that I'm fond of, and there isn't an existing official action figure or collectible for me to go out and buy, I will just build one. I will make one myself. I'll take maybe some other action figure and, just chop it up and glue some new pieces on it and slather some ugly gobs of paint on it, and there you go. You have a new thing. Maybe not a toy, because you can't really play with it, but like a new... Is it artwork? Is it a collectible? I don't know at this stage. I call them projects. Something I can put on a shelf and point to it and go, hey, I built that. And in fact, that's the only one of its kind in existence, because no one else has ever made one. So I enjoy that. It's fun for me. I do have a website where I have occasionally unveiled projects. Usually it's the end result. Usually it's like I'll take a nice photograph and do a little write-up. Yeah, sign language. I'll do that, and so, in a limited way, you can see the end result. You can see a couple of photographs of, something that I created, but I thought it would be maybe a little more interesting to kind of delve into the creative process. So, like, I'm constantly building toys, 52 weeks a year, unless I've decided that I need to work on something else that's more important. But generally speaking, in the past, for at least the past few years, I've always done an update, always had a new project or new projects to unveil about once a month. So I figure with a weekly vlog, we can maybe look at them in stages of mid-completion. I'll be like, okay, well, this is what I did last week, this is what I'm doing this week. I don't know, I think it might be interesting to share it. I don't know. Just a word on these videos real quick. The production values are going to suck. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And here's a few reasons why. I have a lot of other things going on. I don't want to spend a really large chunk of my day editing videos and dubbing in whatever music, sound effects, subtitles. I don't want to do that. I don't want this to be my new focus. I have enough to work on. I have enough things to do already. But with that said, if I record, say, a 10, 15, I'm really shooting for 15 minutes, shoot a 15-minute video, every week, and I just spend 15 minutes on it, to me, that's time well spent. I don't want to splice together the 11 different takes and add in graphics and spend 4 hours putting together a 15-minute video. That's not a good use of my time right now, because I have too many things on my plate. My plate is full. I took a trip to the buffet and I just completely loaded up the plate. Where's this metaphor going? I don't know, but it's a thing. So that's that. So production values, they're gonna be terrible. I'm just warning you right now. This is not going to be a highly polished series of videos, maybe like you're accustomed to. This is going to be raw. It's going to be real. I hope it's all going to be in one take, because I don't have the time to do it over and over again. I don't. It's 11:30 at night right now. I should be sleeping, but I'm recording a video because it's the only time that I can do this, because everyone else in the house is asleep, except for the cats, who are running around like freaks. But they are cats, so you have to expect that. So I want to do 3 segments in these videos. The first segment will be when we look at whatever custom toy I'm working on that week. And then another endeavor of mine, which is kind of a new thing, is, as I said, I've been a Transformers fan for a long time. And I've recently decided, like just within the past month, that I really want to just start collecting Generation 1, like original Transformers again. And I mean, I have a bunch from my childhood, but I'm missing somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to complete the original American G1 collection. And for my purposes, we're defining this as the point between 1984 up till about 1990. I'm aware that the series continued in the UK and Europe. I'm aware that the series continued in Japan. I'm not European. I'm not Japanese. I didn't grow up with those toys. They don't interest me. So the toys that I want to collect are the toys that Hasbro sold in America. The ones that you could see in the catalogs that you bought when you bought the toys. The boxed toys, not the carded toys, obviously, because if you're buying carded toys, clearly you're not invested enough in the toy line to get a catalog. If you're buying those expensive boxed toys, then you get rewarded with a catalog because you were clearly a true fan. So that's something I'm going to be doing in the coming months, and I thought it would be interesting if maybe I shared that with the 12 of you who are watching this, because I'm apparently a glutton for punishment. And I thought we could have little unboxing parties every week, because I'm probably going to be receiving a lot of packages. And if I get multiple packages, maybe I'll save one for the next one. I don't know how we're going to do this. This is a new thing. But you can watch in real time as I open these packages and see my reactions, and see if the toy arrived without being broken, and see if the the eBay seller actually sent me what they claimed they were sending me. I don't know. It's gonna be an adventure, and you can watch my collection grow and maybe experience it, vicariously. I don't know. So that's gonna be the second segment, and then the third segment, something else that I work on is, because I clearly don't have enough things going on, I also write novels. I write really bad amateur fantasy novels. The series is called the Butterfly Princess series. Okay, so I did promise that I was going to make these videos in one take, but if the batteries die in my camera, that is not my fault. I cannot be held responsible for that. I feel like batteries should just charge themselves. I shouldn't have to take care of this, so I'm not going to be blamed for this one. But I think what I was saying was, so I write these really bad amateur fantasy novels. They are I've self-published them. Originally they were on the Kindle format for ebooks. Amazon has recently allowed me to create print versions of them, like physical copies of books you can hold in your hands. Here's one of them that I gave my wife for Christmas. So it's called the Butterfly Princess series. They're written by David Graham Edwards. That is actually me. That right there. Not that, but that is me. And they are available for purchase on Amazon. But I thought that it would be interesting because I've written 5. I'm in the middle of books. I wouldn't, maybe not the middle, at the beginning of book 6 right now, and I thought it would be interesting to talk maybe about the creative process, like about maybe what chapter I'm on, or like the struggles I'm having with the characters, or maybe just like a retrospective at some of the earlier stories, and maybe I don't know. Like I'm I'm not really sure what it's going to evolve into. I just kind of feel like it's something I would enjoy talking about, and maybe something I could share with you, because I've seen on Reddit and other forums that, oh, did I say forums? That's terrible. On other fora, message boards, that there's a lot of people who struggle with writing. It can go really easy, and it can also be super hard. And especially for beginning writers, there's a lot of questions about can I do this? Can I do that? How do I deal with this? How do I solve this problem? How do I overcome this? And I'm not an expert. I'm really not. I'm a terrible writer. But I've written a lot. I do a lot of writing, not just books, but I mean, I've written fan fiction. I've written so many arguments on the internet, and that teaches you to be really good with your word choice, because if you choose one wrong word, somebody will call you out on it, because that's how the internet works. And so it forces you to become really good at honing your points and making your points, and presenting a solid argument that people can't poke holes in. And I'm good at that now, thanks to the magic of the internet. It's helped me become a better writer. So that's kind of what I want this series to be about. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe it won't. I'm kind of leaning towards uploading new videos every Sunday, which is because my wife and my kids are at church in the morning, and it's the only time, besides late at night when it's super late and I should be sleeping, it's the only time I can really make videos. So I think that's what we're going to do. So in our next video, you'll get to see one of my custom projects that I've either finished or maybe that I'm working on. It'll always be one of the two. And there's a lot of them. There's 52 weeks in a year. I've done 500 projects, so there's a lot to choose from. And then in every video, we'll add to my G1 collection, and I'll open up a package, and you can see what I got that week. And maybe it's awesome, maybe it's not, maybe it's broken. I don't know. And then in the third and final segment, we will talk about novels that I've written or that I'm writing. And there's a lot that we could cover. So I think that there's the potential for a lot here. I mean, I don't think I'm going to run out of things to say. I'm really good at talking to myself. And now I'm talking to you. So it's kind of like talking to myself, except I'm looking at the little blinky green light right there on the camera. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do have a message that I haven't memorized yet that's on my computer on the screen behind you. I just haven't. My screensaver. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate that you chose me. If you click the like button, that tells me that you watched my video and you enjoyed it. If you subscribe, that tells me that you want to see more. If you leave rude remarks in the comments, that tells me that you're a big jerk. So I'm recording this on a Thursday night, but I intend to have a new video on Sunday. So we will see how that goes, and I'll see you there. And now the video is over, and I guess I need to push that button, but there's no graceful way to do this. And I've already said I'm not doing post-production editing, so I'm just gonna reach for you, just like that. That's the noise that my hand makes.